Worth Guitars. It's Saturday, my favorite day. That means we get to work on guitars all day long. And today we're working on Rod Watson's bass. You guys know Rod Watson if you live in the area. If not, Rod Watson is a great bass player. And he plays for a band called Kickback, who plays in the local bars and clubs and restaurants or whatever you want to call them in this area. Nightclubs, that's what I was looking for. It sounds cooler if you say nightclub. And they're a great band, good guys, all good guys. And one of the things about Kickback that I'm very honored to be a part of is on their t-shirts, their logo for their band has the Worth headstock on it. That right there. So when Rod decided he wanted to get a bass from Worth Guitars, he wanted that headstock logo on his bass. My past 5-string had a different headstock. So I played around with this and found a way to do 3/2 using this headstock, the same headstock that goes on all of our guitars, with the exception of the inline 6 guitars, the one that Steve doesn't like. We're going to work on that headstock. One of these days we'll get it to where we go. There it is. There's only so many ways you can do that little swoop at the top of a 6-string inline 6 guitar. So I think it looks pretty cool, but you know, what are you going to do? Okay, so started out with an ebony fretboard, and we're doing the mother of pearl inlay, the sun, which I keep saying, it drives me crazy. I got to stop doing that. It's the last time I'm going to do it this time. The MOP sun that he requested, it's in there. The fretboard I thought was ready. It is not, however, because I went with a 10-inch radius on this fretboard. And when I did that, using a 1/4-inch thickness, it made the fretboard too thin on the edge. For me, it's too thin. I can just barely get a side dot marker in there. And we want to use glow-in-the-dark side dot markers, so they're a little bit wider anyway. So we got to do this one over. Ordered some more material. I paid 25 extra bucks to get it here overnight, 2-day delivery. And I get the FedEx, this is your shipment, this is when it's coming in thing, the tracking information. It's coming Monday. I ordered it Wednesday. Should be here today. But somehow or another, FedEx doesn't consider 2 days to be 2 days. They consider 2 days to be 4 days. So I'm going to have to fight them for my 25 bucks back. But none of that matters in the world of guitar making. We just keep on trucking. We're going to work on the neck today. Got some layout lines on there. Going to start putting the radius on the back of this neck. I'll start grinding some of this off. Slowly work it down to that nice radius shape that Rod has requested. As with any Worth guitar, bass guitar, ukulele, whatever. Never built a ukulele, but who knows? We take these specifications when we talk to a potential customer, friend, fellow musician. We write down what it is that they're looking for, and we take these measurements off of a guitar that they really like. If they have, say you have a guitar you really love the way the neck feels, I can duplicate that neck very close to that neck. Maybe not exact, but very close to that neck, that same feel, by the dimensions that I take. The width, the thickness at the 1st fret, the width and thickness at the 12th fret, and the radius itself. By using a profile gauge, I take the radius. You guys know what a profile gauge is? Hold on. Profile gauge. So a profile gauge works like this. And you can push into it and you can create whatever profile you're looking for. So I can just do that on the back of your neck, and I can get the profile that you need or want. Or you can just tell me what it is you want, and we can go from there. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to start rolling down this neck, getting it right. Got the body, good to go. Beautiful piece of alder. Got the belly cut in there, battery pocket, control cavity. And we'll work on this some, where it goes into the neck. This is just kind of stock at the moment. Beautiful piece of alder. We're going to go I'm going to call myself Blue Guitars because it seems like a lot of the guitars I've done lately are blue, but you got to give the customer what he wants. So this will be blue into black, fade into black, which is going to be pretty badass looking. I can't wait to see it. And let's see what else. Sapphire blue guitar, Charlie Roccaforte's guitar. I was this close to finishing it. Steve comes over to wire it, and we discovered that I did not have a switch. This bad boy here, the kill switch. It wasn't here yet. And yes, I felt dumb. But it wasn't the first time, and it probably will not be the last time. So we endeavored to persevere. We order switches, and we get them in today. So Charlie, your guitar now has all of the parts. I had everything except the switch. So probably this week, we'll get that bad boy wired up, and we'll rock out on it and see how it does. Okay, so that is coming up. Rod space, lesson space, and let's see, the next guitar we have is Lucky Riggs. Lucky, your guitar is coming, buddy. Getting ready to start the sketches on that, the drawings on that. We'll get that going. We'll get it in the works. We'll start making some sawdust, and life will be good. We spent a lot of time recently learning how to do things that really kind of step outside the woodworking realm, and trying to learn how to use software properly, figuring out how to do inlay. I spent a lot of time studying how to draw in Rhino, which is a software program, and how to use Rhino Cam, which is a computer-assisted manufacture software. And that allows us to use the CNC back over here over my shoulder to cut inlays very accurately, very precisely. We can cut out the pockets for those inlays very accurately, very precisely. And it will allow us to do frets very accurately and very precisely, because we can use a computer-assisted design fret layout, and the machine will follow it nearly perfectly. And so that's pretty awesome. Whereas before we used fixtures like this one here to do frets. And this works with a saw blade on the saw. And this works, and it works extremely well. However, now we can use the CNC machine to do it, and we can do it repeatably by just, setting up the machine and letting it run. And that takes some time away from doing that type of repetitive maneuver, and allows us to work on necks and finishes and do cool inlays and design, because exceptional guitars really start on a drawing board. First thing you have to do is you have to design a guitar to make it right. So we're working on learning the better way to do our designs so that we can see what the guitar looks like before we build it. And so we've spent a lot of time doing that recently. So we haven't been pumping out guitars as fast. But now that that learning curve is starting to flatten out, and we're starting to understand how these things work, we can start to make these guitars faster. That's my hope, because I know that people wait a long time to get them. And that bothers me, because I don't want you to have to wait that long. I want to get them done. I want to see them out there. I want that guitar to be more than just a thought or words on a piece of paper. I want it to be out there making music, because that's really what it's all about anyway, is making music. And so I want to see that happen. So that's what we've been doing. And I don't know why I clap like that. I think it's a nerve thing. I get nervous, right? Because I'm listening to myself talk. And there's no saying what I'm going to say, and I may say something stupid. So I have to be careful, all right? It's always possible that something stupid will come flying out. I'm going to take this neck, I'm going to stick it on this. I use double-sided tape on here. I probably showed you guys this before. And this is my little neck shaping board. And then I just clamp that in this clamp right here, like so. And that gives me all the room I need to work the surfaces over. We can use the CNC to make necks, but I kind of like doing it myself. I like the woodworking. That's why I started doing this. I've been doing architectural millwork for years and years and years. And then I kind of shifted over into an office, and I missed the wood. I missed the working the wood and getting out there and making things happen. So I started building guitars, partly because of that and partly because of the love of the instrument and the music that guitars create. So I kind of like to do the necks myself, and that's what I do. I use the CNC for doing pickup pockets and junk like that because, you know, I've done enough grinding with a router and a template to where I think I've got that figured out. I don't need to keep practicing that. But I do like doing the necks. I like being able to feel how it comes together and making sure that it's right. So I'll be working on that here in just a few minutes. All right. So once again, thanks for your support. Thank you for being so patient. Guys, your guitars are coming. We're getting faster all the time. The CNC machine is going to help tremendously in picking up speed and giving us precision and inlays, man. We're getting ready to start busting out some very, very cool inlays. Whatever your imagination can come up with, we can probably produce it. So that option is out there, all right? You guys have a great weekend. I think I'm just going to be quiet now and let you go, and I'm going to get back to work, all right? I think I've rambled on enough. You guys have a good one out there. It was good to talk to you again. Be sure to get out there and support all of your bands and your bars and your restaurants and your local businesses and show them that you love them, all right? And we will see you out there somewhere. Be good to each other out there. Peace. We love you. Orth Guitars, all right? Bye.